We got guys back again. Didn't seem long ago I just done the stream. Yeah, it wasn't long ago. I just done that transfer stream for the Bees. Yeah, it's just very good stream that, and obviously we've hopefully these medicals are nearly done by now for our players. These Carvalho and Cayusta to come in, and if they are completed, obviously I'll update it on here and talk about it briefly on here. But we're just going to get straight on with this. Obviously, I'm not doing any actual banners up or anything today. I'm just going to get straight on with these subjects, and got one guest in here so far. And of course, I'll put the link in here again. If anyone does want to join, it's there. But it only really will be an hour today. I will just be going till pretty much 6 o'clock, and that's it. So if you really want to come on, then make it before that, guys, if you can. A little way part before that. So anyway, I'll bring my guest on, and then we go into these subjects. And it's Harry again. He's back again, also known as Honey Gun, and obviously Sports Bristol City as well as a few other teams. But I'll bring him on again. How you doing, my friend? We got to see my friend again.
Yeah, not bad, thanks, mate. How are you doing? Great to be on the channel.
Cool. Yeah. Just thought, mate, it's boiling hot. It's about 32 today. The weather, it's baking, and got everything open. The windows, the fan going, and everything. Oh man, it's so hot. Yeah. But it's going to cool down again, I've heard. So, well, which is good in a way. I don't mind that. So, happier when it's sort of a happy medium, not too hot, not too cold, really. So. But yeah, great to have you on again, mate. And what do you make of what was the actual score for Bristol City? I didn't see that. Did they play? They played the other day, didn't they? Bristol City.
Yeah, we drew 1-0 away at Hull. We scored late on and then conceded a late minute penalty, which is a bit frustrating. But 1-0, a good point on the opening day, and play Coventry, I think, in the cup tomorrow. So. Hopefully we can progress through.
Yeah, it was a Cup, isn't it? Yeah.
Solid point. Yeah, the League Cup against Coventry, so hopefully that'll actually be a good game as well. Yeah,
Coventry, a good team, man. So, a very, very tough team. As we know, that they went to the semis? Yeah, it's the semis last season, the FA Cup. So, very good team. So, it won't be easy. Well, obviously, we're going to go straight into these subjects here. And, of course, obviously, as we know, it's the Community Shield. Yesterday, the curtain raiser for the Premier League. And we also talk about that. Man City won it, of course. Late on. Well, on penalties, obviously. Because they're 1-0 down. I think United sort of capitulated at the end there. Should have won the game, really. I didn't think the game was that great to start with. I don't think a lot happened. I think the second half was better than the first. I think there was more happening in the second half. And obviously we got a couple of goals in the end, so that was good. I still think United probably should have held on, but again, capitulated, and City, well, their first, Community Shield since 2019. So, yeah, little while. I mean, does it matter that much, though? We're going to that. That'd be the debate as well, if it really matters, this Community Shield. I'm going to put a page up about, also, the game to start with, and then we're going to more about that, obviously. Just going to bring this up. Sorry, guys, won't be long. Just before we go into this, what did you make of it, Harry? Did you enjoy the game, or do you think it was a little bit boring to start with and whatever?
Yeah. I actually didn't watch the game because I was out with my mates.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't see it.
Yeah. Looking at it looked like a pretty even game, but yeah, United's very unlucky not to hold on in the end, and then unfortunate to lose on penalties. And now he continues with his whole antics and get humiliated, really. But yeah, it looked like a game, but yeah, Man City just came out on top in the end.
Yeah, so I'll just bring this article up and just talk about this, and then we'll talk about this more. 5 things we learned from the Community Shield. City's Community Shield win on Saturday was their first, as I already said, since 2019. The Premier League season is still days away, but the traditional curtain raiser, the Community Shield, has given us a bit of an insight into what we can expect from Man City and Man United. With several players still missing following international action this summer, the match ended 1-1 after 90 minutes before City eventually won 7-6 on penalties. We had to wait until the last 8 minutes for the deadlock to be broken, and United's Alejandro Garnacho driving a low shot into the bottom corner. Pretty decent finish, I thought. Pretty good finish. Beyond Edison, and Bernardo Silva then headed the equaliser, which was a good goal as well, at the far post with just a minute to go. Silva missed his penalty kick before Edison saved Jadon Sancho's effort, and Johnny Evans fired over, allowing Manuel Akanji to secure the victory. So he sort of got over his, because he missed a penalty in the, was it Euros, Akanji, didn't he? Missed one there. So he sort of made up for that slightly. Pep is ready to trust his youngsters. We know age is just a number for Pep Guardiola, who is ready to play anyone he believes is good enough, and we could be set to see some new faces this season. Both James McAtee and Nico O'Reilly started the Community Shield and have featured heavily during pre-season, largely down to circumstances as some players are still yet to return following Euro 2024. But City boss has been impressed with the pair and has already revealed that after spending the last 2 seasons on loan at Sheffield United, McAtee is going nowhere this season, so he can force his way into the starting 11. Do City already have a ready-made replacement for Alvarez? Of course, he's already left. He's 82 million to Atletico. Another player who could have a big opportunity to impress this season is young Norwegian striker Oscar Bob, who I do rate. Very good player, quality player. Following Julian Alvarez's impending move to Atletico Madrid, the 21-year-old made 26 appearances for City last season, scoring twice against Red Star and Newcastle United. With Bob starting regularly for his country alongside Erling Haaland, could we soon see the pair also lining up for their club side? Spain midfielder Rodri, plus England trio Phil Foden, John Stones and Kyle Walker only returned to training today. So when we will see them for City remains to be seen, but they are likely to feature in the opener at Chelsea on Sunday. Could Sancho be in from the cold? Not so sure. Jadon Sancho made a cameo appearance at Wembley, replacing Marcus Rashford for the last 7 minutes. But it was his first appearance for the club since he fell out with manager Erik ten Hag in September. Following United's 3-1 defeat at Arsenal, the manager claimed Sancho was absent because he had not trained to the standard required. Sancho took exception to the criticism and responded on social media. He then didn't make another appearance before rejoining Borussia Dortmund in January, despite missing his kick in the penalty shootout. 24-year-old who cost United $73 million in July 2021 appears to be out of exile, while with Ten Hag backing him after the game. He's a very good penalty taker, and I had and have no doubts to let him score a penalty. Also in the future, he will take penalties. United still need options at the back. It's no surprise to see United stepping up their efforts to get deals from Matthias de Ligt, who I believe he's joined, already. And Nisser Mazraoui, who I believe has also joined, or Mazraoui, over the line to give an injection of energy and quality to the defence. With Aaron Wan-Bissaka set to move to West Ham, which he has, I believe, already, medical. A new signing, Lenny Yoro, facing a lengthy spell on the sidelines. Ten Hag was forced to play Evans and Harry Maguire at the back before the latter was forced off just before the hour mark with a knock. It remains to be seen if he will be fit for Friday's home match with Fulham, and there are also doubts over Victor Lindelof, injured, and Luke Shaw has only just returned to training after the Euros. More missed chances with Rasmus Højlund set to miss the start of the season due to a hamstring injury suffered on the pre-season tour of the US. Goals could still be a problem for United. Marcus Rashford was handed a starting place up front and again struggled to show the form that saw him a regular for England. He missed one chance when it seemed easier to score and hit the woodwork. as he was preferred to £36.5 million new signing Joshua Zirkzee. The 23-year-old scored 12 goals and managed 7 assists in 37 outings during the 23-24 campaign, and United could do with him hitting the ground running when he finally makes his first appearance for the club. So then, Harry, what do you make of all that? It looks like City have pretty much got some good players, good youngsters. They haven't actually made many signings, I believe, yet, have they? I think Silvino was one of theirs, newer ones, I think it was Silvino, his name. He played, and obviously a lot of their youngsters, Bob, of course, quality, we've seen him before, and a lot of their others, obviously McAtee, and all that. So what do you make of them, and what do you make of City?
Yeah, I think City got a brilliant group of youngsters coming through. McAtee really impressed me, especially in Sheffield United's promotion season a couple of seasons ago, and then probably was one of their stand-up players. What was a horrid season for him last year in the Premier League, and then Oscar Bob has got a lot of potential as well. Of course, is with his fellow Norwegian strike partner Haaland as well. He's learning probably the best finisher and from like close range in world football. So
yeah, you're breaking up there, mate. You're breaking up, man.
It's got a really good.
You're breaking up, right?
It's a really good players around him. He's pretty happy again, which is a shame to see. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm lagging up.
Yeah.
But City got a lot of good depth and probably will win the league, unfortunately. But we've got a brilliant group of players. So yeah, they've got one of the best academies in the world. City, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah. So do you think City will win the Premiership again this season? Do you think they can do it? Despite, I mean, a lot of teams that win this don't go on and win the Premier, do they? But you feel with City, they probably would do it again. They've got strength and depth to do it yet again, and I'm sure they will add to their squad before the end of this transfer window. I'm sure they'll add a bit more. So can you see them being favourites yet again to win it?
Yeah, I think they are the favourites once again. I'd love to see somebody else win the league, of course, because it's getting a little repetitive now seeing City win, was it the last 6 out of the last 7 Premier Leagues. So, yeah, it'd be nice to see someone different win it. But, I mean, when you have probably the best squad and the best manager, it's going to take a lot for someone else to pit them to the title. So, yeah, I think, unfortunately, City are going to win the league once again, which would be a massive shame for the neutral, but for his fans, I'm sure it'd be very nice to see them win silverware again.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree with that. I just think they probably will win it, but I don't know. Will Arsenal come close again? I mean, they just can't get over the line. Arsenal, that is their actual bottle jobs. We keep calling them bottle jobs, and they still seem to do that. And could they do that though this season? I mean, I think they'll probably at least get second or third, Arsenal, if they don't win it. But I just think it's, why they can't get over the line. I mean, I know the manager's a bit to blame. Having Arteta ain't the best. So, but, I don't understand. I mean, they are adding players. I mean, we've seen them. I still think they need a proper striker, Arsenal. You got obviously Jesus, but he don't get enough goals. He's inconsistent. He was like that at City. He never got enough goals all the time. And of course, you got Nketiah, who's on a lot of money doing nothing and don't score enough anyway. So do you think they can add and maybe go all the way this time, Arsenal, and push City closer this time?
I think they'll give City a real good go once again. They're always, I think, yeah, Arteta's building something really. He's on the verge of building something really special with Arsenal. I feel because before he came in, they were sort of a banter club really because they were a total mess to be fair. Before he came in, yeah, I agree. I think they are needing an out and out striker because Havertz isn't really
You're breaking up, mate. Again, go on again.
a natural striker. And then Jesus, of course, is a bit inconsistent and quite injury prone. Not probably what Arsenal need right now. Any Nketiah, in my opinion, he was looking to go to Marseille, but it looks like Marseille aren't willing to pay the 30 million euros or whatever it was. But so hopefully Arsenal can try and sell some players on to try and bring the money in to try and bring in a striker. Rather be well, I heard probably him for Ilkares from Sport, and he's had a really good goal return in Portugal. So yeah, I reckon he'd be a good striker for them. And then I think really then we've got a good chance of actually winning the league. I think for stacks in pretty much every position apart from the top end of the pitch for me. But yeah, I think Arsenal can give it a real good go once again.
Yeah. What about United? What do you make of them? Do you think they'll be in the shake-up this season? Top 4, 5? Anything like that?
I think it'll be a good season for United if they can at least challenge for the top 4. I think it's a bit of an unknown with United at the moment, isn't it? With not sure if Ten Hag is gonna have a redemption season. I mean, they were. It's crazy. The injury luck is probably the worst in the league, so I do feel for them a little bit. But yeah, I think United. Well, probably needed a new centre back. Probably De Ligt is probably on his way right there now. So he'd be good side for them. I think United can push for top 4, but see, I think Spurs will improve. And I think Villa got Champions League to play break into that top 4 for United, but I think eventually they will. I think they'll improve by. I think they'll just be out on top 4. Unfortunately, but be an improvement on last season. I think hopefully for them. I think that's just what we want to see as fans.
Yeah. And apologies, obviously you're lagging a lot there. Your Wi-Fi, mate. It's going, going off a lot of the time. But
I'm a little bit.
Yeah, no worries, mate. It's bit dodgy, but there you go. It's you got good Wi-Fi there. You got good broadband, or who are you with?
I think I'm with EE.
Yeah, EE supposed to be the top, isn't they? They're supposed to be the best. So. But it might be where you are as well. Your location. You are in Bristol, aren't you? Is it Bristol? You live? Is it Bristol? You live, Harry? You live in Bristol?
Yeah. I'm from Bristol. Yeah.
I'm
in Bristol.
Yeah. I've been around there. It's not great, the reception and stuff, signals around there. So
yeah. Sometimes it can be Wi-Fi can be a little bit dodgy.
Yeah, but no worries. We keep going anyway. And obviously, I want to talk about this now.
Yeah, it's not great sometimes, but
I just want to talk about this Community Shield, what it is and why it is important. Although some people feel it isn't, it's not really a proper trophy. For some people, football is all about trophies. Many clubs can only dream about the prospect of bringing home a major trophy. Yeah, I dream about it at the Bees. Will it ever happen? Who knows? And adding it to a glittering cabinet. However, at the world's biggest football clubs, all managers and coaches are ultimately judged on whether they're able to deliver silverware, whether that means consecutive domestic titles or European trophy wins. That being said, some trophies are seen as more important than others. Man City's 3-0 win in the League Cup final in 2017-18 may have been a proud achievement, but it paled in comparison to the significance of their famous 100-point Centurions Premier League campaign the same season. Fans place different value on different competitions, and one of the trophies that's on the lower end of the pecking order is the Community Shield. In this article, we'll be giving you an in-depth guide to this trophy and its significance within the English game. We're going to explore the history of the competition and explain why it's important to the modern day, as well as touching on the reasons why many people view it as less important than other trophies. Later on, we'll also take a brief look at which teams have been most successful in the Community Shield over the years. What is the FA Community Shield? To launch the new season at the end of each summer, with new signings getting settled and coaches making plans for the opening fixtures of the coming season, we get our first taste of what's to come, the Community Shield. Widely seen as the event that kicks off the new campaign. It's a significant event in the footballing calendar, but what is the Community Shield and why does it happen? Officially titled the Football Association Community Shield and formerly known as the Charity Shield, which I remember, Community Shield is an annual match that takes place at Wembley Stadium between the champions of the previous Premier League season and the holders of the FA Cup, aka the team that won it in the previous season. If the same team won both the Premier League and the FA Cup, they face up against the league runners-up in this match, which is recognised by the FA and UEFA as a competitive Super Cup. This one-off match has an important purpose, as indicated in the inclusion of community and previously charity in the title. This FA organised competition is designed to raise funds to be distributed to community initiatives and charities across the UK. The 124 clubs who competed in the FA Cup the previous season from the first round onwards all get a cut of the money received from ticket and programme sales for the match. And revenue from the game is also directed towards the FA's national charity partners, currently the Alzheimer's Society, which is great. I'm glad they're doing that for them. It's the FA's official charity partner, but numerous organisations have benefited from the competition in years gone by. Which brings us to our next point. How long has this cup been running? History of the Community Shield. The first ever Community Shield took place well over a century ago, in the 1908-09 season. Originally, it evolved from the Sheriff of London Charity Shield, which was launched in 1898 as a cup contested between professional players and amateurs that raised funds for hospitals and other charities. A restructuring in 1908 created a new format, which initially pitted the Football League First Division champions, the equivalent of the Premier League champions today, against the champions of the Southern League, a major division for amateur and semi-professional players. The first ever Community Shield was played between First Division winners Man United and Southern League champions Queen's Park Rangers, who eventually lost the replay after a 1-1 draw 4-0. And over the years, this cup has been tweaked and changed a fair bit. 1921 was the first year in which it was contested between the First Division champions and the FA Cup champions. And while the format then fluctuated between the structure and the previous amateurs versus professionals concept, organisers eventually landed on the format we have today. Other than a few notable exceptions, since 1930, the Community Shield has been played between the FA Cup winners and the winners of English football's top division. There's been some precedent for teams refusing to take part in the Cup. In 1972, league winners Derby County, managed by Brian Clough, and FA Cup winners Leeds United both refused to play in the game. So it was instead contested by fourth place Man City and third division champions Aston Villa. Back then, there was still confusion about who should play in the match of the same team if the same team won both trophies. This was cleared up in 1974 when the FA Secretary Ted Croker created the current format and moved the match to Wembley Stadium. When the Premier League was formed in 1992, the Charity Shield became a showcase match. However, just a decade later, the Charity Commission found that the FA has not met its legal obligations under charity law by failing to provide specific details about what ticket revenue was being directed towards charity. It was at this point that the name of the event was changed to the Community Shield, which remains its title to this day. Is the Community Shield a major trophy? You might have guessed from the fact that several teams have declined to take part in the game over the years that in the eyes of many this isn't exactly a major event. Understandably, Community Shield is seen as right down the pecking order when compared with the Premier League, the FA Cup, the League Cup and any European trophies. Therefore, it's not recognised as a major trophy. Instead, the competition is seen as a competitive Super Cup. Ultimately, it cannot be considered to be a major trophy because the definition of a major trophy is one in which competition is open to all teams from within a league system. As the Community Shield only features a couple of sides, usually from the Premier League, it doesn't fall into this bracket. What happens if a team wins the Community Shield? The current holders of the Community Shield are Liverpool. Well, this is 2022, so this is obviously a bit old. 2 or 3 years at least. Yeah, so we go on. We won't go into that. Yeah, what do you make of this, Harry? Do you think it's a major trophy or not, really? Oh, he's gone. Okay. Oh no. No worries, mate. Don't think I can join back, unfortunately, but thanks for having me. I'm really enjoying. No worries, bro. Yeah, it's a shame. Obviously your Wi-Fi is not too good there. Don't worry about it, bro. It's cool, and whenever you can join on next time, it's great. Obviously, I'll go into this, but obviously it's me now talking about it all. But never mind. Hopefully, we can get into this. I don't really think this is a major trophy. I don't. A lot of people don't think it is a trophy. On me, it's a shield. But yeah, it does a lot of good work for charities. You can see that Alzheimer's Society and stuff. So I think it's important in that regards. But as it says on there, it's a long way down the pecking order for big teams, big clubs. They don't see it as a major trophy, and it doesn't matter a lot if they win it or not. Man City have won this. I mean, I don't think it's going to affect them in any way. I think they'll see it as another trophy anyway, and then try and win the big one this season again, the Premier. Obviously, Champions League and stuff as well. That'll be on their agenda yet again. And of course, the FA Cup. I'm sure they want that. League Cup. But I think they'd be happy they won this. And these are all the winners by years. Obviously, 1908, Man United beat QPR 4-0. 1909, Newcastle beat Northampton Town 2-0. 1910, Brighton beat Aston Villa 1-0. And the list goes on. And if you obviously want to look at that, you can head to this website here. This is slightly old because obviously it mentioned Liverpool, who were at the time holders. This is 2022, I believe. So, where's the... it's actually last year, April last year, 2nd of April. But yeah, you can go to that, and there is another actual website that does the history, and that's obviously the FA.com. That tells you more about Community Shield history. So I'll check that out if you're really into all that. But as I say, guys, to me, I don't think it's that important. But to teams that don't win many trophies, it can be. I mean, United, I think, would have loved it, would have loved to get it. As I say, though, it does do a lot for charities. So for me, I like that side of it. As I say, Alzheimer's Society and others that have been involved over the years. It'd be great if they'd done something for prostate as well, the prostate cancer. I believe that's important. So, yeah, I think that'd be great. And anyway, another comment there from Honeygun, from Harry there. Sorry, I tried messaging in the private chat, but it kicked me out. No worries, bro. As I say, no worries. It happens. Yeah, True Gooner. Good to see you on here, bro. All right, Mr. B. Yeah, cool, man. Cool. Yeah, enjoying it so far. The transfer window for us is looking good at the moment. Getting Carvalho in and Cajusta, so that's great. Yeah, True Gooner. I hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, doing well, bro. Hope you are as well. Yeah, give us Tony, please. Well, I don't think you're interested in him now, mate. I think you've gone. That's gone past that. And he's gone right down to what, 30 million, or it might be less now. So he could be a bargain for you lot, but you don't want him. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So, but getting back to this, yeah, I think this is, for the work it does with this, I think that's important. And the ticket sales and everything, revenue, all goes to great causes. So for that reason, I think it's important. But the trophy itself doesn't mean a lot. As we keep saying, a lot of people say, it's like a dinner plate, pretty much. It's not important. So, but City will be happy they won it, I guess. They haven't won it since 2019, so about time again for them. But United, I'm sure, would have preferred it, would have wanted it more than City, and was in their grasp, wasn't it, till near the end? But Bernardo Silva came up with that great equaliser. So, and some good penalties as well, great penalties. Although of course Johnny Evans wasn't. That was terrible, miles over the bar. But no, I think some of the game was a bit forgettable till the second half. And nearer the end, it came to life. We had 2 goals, so that was good. And as I said, some great penalties as well. But I suppose you could say City didn't really deserve the win, but they got it in a way because United seemed the better and wanted it more, I guess, with their chances and their efforts. Of course, Rashford hit the post, of course, as well. So they probably could have won it by more, and City, I don't think wouldn't have come back and took it to penalties. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much what I wanted to say about that Community Shield. And yeah, so, and now I'm going to obviously move on to my other subject, which is going to be the transfer window special. I'm going to sort of rate their team seasons, and if anyone wants to put any comments in there, what they feel about their teams. True Gooner, I'm sure you'll want to put something in about Arsenal. So do that. And anyone else? I know, Harry, if you're still in here, I know you're obviously a Bristol City fan, but you're welcome to say anything about these other teams, bro, in the Premier. So, and I'll get into this, and I'm going to sort of rate the transfer windows here. Bring this page up. And here we go. This is obviously on TalkSport. Premier League done deals. Every completed transfer in 2024 summer window. Chelsea announced Neto as Tottenham signed Solanke. Yeah. And old Simon Jordan there, being outspoken as usual there. Jordan calls Gallagher mediocre after exit. Yeah, I don't think he's a fantastic player, Gallagher, but I wouldn't say he's mediocre. I think he's good. decent player, but I don't think he's magnificent. But to call him mediocre, I think it's a bit out of order. But that's Simon Jordan for you. He doesn't mind saying that shit. Yeah, Rich is in here. RD United TV. Hi all. Be up to you, my friend. Great to see you in here, bro. Just in time for these transfer windows, so you can leave comments about United on here, how they've done in the transfer window when we get to them. So, but getting back to this, as I say, I think to call Gallagher mediocre is a bit much. I really do. He's not fantastic. He's not awesome. He's not world class. But he's decent. And of course, he played in the Euros for England. So anyway, but yeah, we get onto this now. The transfer window. Premier League clubs are busy moulding their squads for the new season. January saw an unusually quiet amount of business as financial constraints restricted many English top flight clubs, which it is FFP, of course, as we know. It's got to be adhered to. Tottenham unveiled Solanke at their new stadium with fellow new signings Gray and Bergville. Of course, we could have had Archie Gray. Brentford could have had him. But something happened there with the medical, sorry. Anyway, he's gone to Spurs. Spuds, yeah, again. However, it is expected to be a much busier summer of business with clubs already chopping and changing players. Euro 2024 has meant the summer spending has been slow to get going, but that will surely change with pre-season well underway. And more about Conor Gallagher, of course, he's saying I'm ashamed of my club, which is probably true. He wasn't treated very well by Chelsea, I don't think. I think that was pretty poor, pretty bad. I'll be telling them to F off, basically, myself. With that in mind, here's all the latest ins and outs across the top flight so far. As we know, Arsenal made 3 signings. Riccardo Calafiori on Bologna, 42 million. So that'll seem be better for their defence, of course. Lucas Nygaard, FC Nordisland on a free. And of course, David Raya. David Raya from Brentford, 27 million. That still wrangles with me. We let him go on loan and then just got 27 million. It's not a lot. We should have got more. For a top keeper like that, and we got a shit keeper as a replacement. Oh dear. Anyway, yeah, Rich says they are the United TV, Delit and Mazarawi medical today, all going well. Yeah, it's looking okay there, mate. Looking okay. Do you feel you probably will need another striker, I would say? I'm not sure Højlund is that good for you. Not yet, anyway. We'll see what he does this season, but he's shown promise at times, like he can get a few goals and then does nothing. So I feel you might need another striker somehow. You haven't quite got enough up front. But anyway, we'll carry on with this. And as I say, Arsenal. And I was pissed off about Raya, to be honest. And we got a shit goalkeeper in as replacement. So not great. But as regards to, I'm not going to do their outs. I'm just concentrating on more their in players coming in. And actually, there is another one there, Tommy Setford from Ajax, undisclosed. So I'm going to rate this as their players coming in. Calafiore adds a bit more. Raya, top keeper, that puts it up a bit more. Not sure about Nygaard as such, and don't really know much about Setford. So for having at least Calafiore there, maybe Raya, I'd give them. I'll give them 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, I guess. Actually, a 6. I'll give them a 6 because it's not quite that great. Apart from the two main ones, Raya and Calafiore, they need a lot more. We know they need a proper striker. So yeah, I'll give them a 6. If anyone wants to mark, it's obviously out of 10. You know, if you want to give your marks in the comments there, guys, you know, what you give the ratings for this, their transfer windows, Arsenal, I'll say I'm giving them a 6. So let's move on to Aston Villa. And they made a lot of signings, Villa. And so what they made 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 signings. And of course they brought in Amadou Onana, quality from Everton, good player, really good midfielder, very good attacking midfielder. 50 mil, yeah. I think that's good. I think that's a good signing. Rate that one. 50 mil in Maatsen. I'm not sure about Chelsea. He looked decent when he played at times, when he actually did come on or play some role in the matches. 37.5 million. Yeah. Not bad. Philogene, I'm really impressed with. Good young talent. I believe we were after him, interested in him. Great signing for Villa, just 18 million. Come on. I rate that signing, I really do. Lewis Dobbin, not sure about, from Everton, undisclosed. Now and again, he's shown glimpses of a decent young talent, maybe. I'm still not quite sure about him. And of course, Ross Barkley, we know what quality he's got when he was at Luton. So he come there, undisclosed fee. For that the marks go up with Philogene and Onana. Yeah, quality Barkley. Cameron Archer, I think's decent as well. Very good player, Sheffield United. Undisclosed. So, yeah, it's going up the fairway. Enzo Barrenechea. Don't know much about him. Juventus, 6.7 million. And Samuel Inning Jr., Juventus, 11.8. So not know that much about them. But with Onana, Philogene, Barkley, Archer, I think I'd give them, I'd say probably a 7. 7 or 8 maybe. I think they're going to be up there again, Villa. I've got a feeling they could win something with under Emery this season. I really do. Maybe a League Cup or something, or European Cup or whatever. Yeah. I think they could do something this season. Yeah, I'll give them an 8, you know. And Bournemouth, Sinistera, in there from Leeds, undisclosed. Ines Unel from Getafe, 30 million. Alex Paulson from Wellington Phoenix, 2 million. Daniel Jebison from Sheffield United, 1.5. Not quite so sure here. I don't think they've done anything special there. Sinistera is decent from Leeds. Unel, not sure about him much. Paulson, no, not sure. Jebison, I think I would only give them maybe a 4. A 4. I would give them a 4 in the transfer window. Not great. And of course, they lost their big player in Solanke. Has gone. One of their big cogs in their wheel there has gone. Solanke. So probably not worth 65 million. That's too much, maybe, but he was getting goals and he was important to them. Saying that, this guy here, the Turkish player, looks decent. I think he played in the Euros. Yeah, Enes Ünal. I think he did, so I believe. I might just knock it up to 5. I'll give him a 5 at the end of the day. It's still not fantastic. And losing Solanke, yeah, I'll give him a 5. Look at that, Solanke, their appearances 38, goals 19. Amazing. Assists 3, shots 78. Pretty good stats there. But Bournemouth let him go. And now to us, the Bees. Yeah. And obviously there's going to be more added there, so don't pay any attention to this because there's actually more. Carvalho will be added to that after his medical. And also, of course, Kayusta. And hold on a minute, guys. I'm just going to check if those medicals have been done and our deals are confirmed. Hold on a minute, guys. Won't take long. And I'll be right back with you soon. No, I think the medicals still haven't been completed. These medicals do seem to drag on. So I can't totally confirm Carvalho or Kayusta just yet. But hopefully I will be able to do that tomorrow once the medicals and everything else is completed. The I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. And they'll be definitely our players. But yeah, so we got Thiago, who's a real shame, 30 million. Looks quality, but of course is out with that meniscus till the end of this year, near the end of the year. Again, don't know much about Julian Eyestone, Duke University on the free, and Benjamin Frederick, Simobian undisclosed. Don't know much about those two. But Thiago's a proper signing, class signing. Just a shame he was injured. Could have been a replacement for Tony. I still think he will be. Tony will probably go at some stage. But I think with the addition now of Carvalho and Kayusta and maybe one or two more, I think Dara O'Shea could possibly be coming, which will boost our defence. And maybe another striker. I feel we can have a really good transfer window, and I'm going to give us an 8 if we get those other extras in. If we can get a few of those more of those in. And with Carvalho and Kayusta, I'm already going to give us an 8. It could possibly go to a 9. But this is our best transfer window, I think, since we come into the Premier, really. For getting players in, that's for sure. And quality players. You know, Carvalho is class. He's a great player, and we got him permanently. And of course Kayusta, who's got a lot of promise. He's a very good player. Swedish international, 24. And of course Carvalho's 21. Youth on their side. Sorry, actually Kayusta's 25. Sorry about that, but just turned 25. And actually Thiago, I think, is 23. So we got youth there, definitely. Plenty of time for them players to come through. So, yeah, I'll give us an 8. This has been our best transfer window for a long time, in the Premier anyway. So out, Raya, and out Thomas Strakosha. I didn't want to go. I feel he's gone to AK Athens on a free, very good keeper, and sorry to see him go. I really am. I think he's a really decent keeper. And Ellery Balcom, of course, has gone off on loan, our other keeper there, to St Mirren. Oh, well, but we're making do with Flecken, who's just shit. I think if we do fix that up a bit, the defence and everything anyway, get more protection against in front of him, I think we'll have a very good season. I think we could finish mid-table at least 10th or in top 10 or 12th even. Brighton in Yankuba Minte, I don't know, from Newcastle, 33 million. Ibrahim Osman, Nordjylland for 16 million. Mats Rifa from Feyenoord, undisclosed. Amar Kozio Dewberry from Arsenal on a free. I know him, I've heard of him. Fairly talented. Malik Yalkuye from Gothenburg, 6 million. Yeah, not that great, I don't think. Brighton, I think they need to do better with this. They had a poor season. Was in Europe, of course, but didn't really help. So they made 5 signings so far. I can only give them probably a 4. I don't think that's that great for them, so I'll give them a 4. Chelsea, well, it's a pretty good transfer window for them. Pedro Neto, quality, absolute quality, 54 million from Wolves. What a signing. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, who we were after from Leicester, 30 mil. We could have had him. Another one we could have had. Oh, well. Esteval William from Palmeiras, 29.1 million. Amari Kellerman, Aston Villa, 19 million. Aaron Anselmino from Boca Juniors, 15.6. Caleb Wiley from Atlanta United, 8.5. Mark Giu from Barcelona, 5 million. Tosin Adarabio, well, just call him Tosin. Adarabio from Fulham. Yeah, just Tosin, sorry. Fulham on a free. Armando Broja from Fulham, end of loan. And Renato Vega from FC Basel, undisclosed. Well, I think Tosin's quality as well. I always said that at Fulham when he was there. Very good defender. For getting Neto, Dewsbury Hall especially. Broja's decent, I guess. And some of them others. So, really, you've got to say they've had a good window, Chelsea. I would give them probably... I'll give them an 8. Because getting Neto and all that, Dewsbury Hall, Tosin, really good signing. So, and some of them others. So I think it's got them an 8. Whether they could get into the top 4 or 5, who knows? Not totally sure. But anyway, there's some good signings. And Palace, of course, we're playing them in our first match, of course. Just see if there's any more comments. No. Crystal Palace in. Ismaila Sarr there from Marseille, 12.5. Daishi Kamada from Lazio on a free. And Chadi Riyad from Real Betis, undisclosed. Only 3 signings in. They've let Lise go, of course. And a few others, but I still think they're a great team, and their new Olivier Glasner and their new manager is quality, and it's going to be a tough game off that first one. But in terms of signings they made, I don't think it's been special. Ismaila Sarr maybe and Kamada possibly. I would only give them probably a 6 or no, a 5. I'll give him a 5. I think Sarr is good, maybe Kamada. Other than that, nothing else. Everton, in Jesper Lindstrom, Napoli loan. Illiman Ndiaye, Marseille undisclosed. Tim Ogbonniam, Aston Villa 9 million. Neil Mopay, as we know. Brentford ended loan, comes back from his loan, and he done well for us, I've got to admit, despite the shithousery. And Jack Harrison, who I rate, leads on loan there. Not sure. I don't think that's that fantastic. I'll give them, for the transfer window, 4. Yeah, just a 4. They need more than that. Everton, let's be honest, if they're going to stay up, a lot more. And by the way, it's 6 o'clock, guys. I was going to end it now, but I will just finish with these and then finish. I won't go on much longer after this, though. So I will be finishing pretty much after this. Fulham in Ryan Sessegnon from Spurs on a free. Emil Smith-Rowe from Arsenal, 20. That's a quality signing. Do rate him. We were after him, Smith-Rowe, 27 million there. We were linked with him. Shame we couldn't get him, but great signing for Fulham. And George Quincha from Villa, undisclosed. The fact getting Smith-Rowe, I think, gets them probably a 7. Sessegnon is decent. Didn't do great at Spurs. He done some decent stuff at times, but nothing special. Only on a free. Actually, no, I'm not one off for that. I'm going to give him a 6. But they get to 6 for Smith-Rowe, basically. And if they can keep him fit is another thing. Remains to be seen. It's a bit of a sick note now, Smith-Rowe, I'm afraid. And see all the players they've let go as well. Of course, Fulham. Likes of Tim Reen. Polinia, cool, that's a big player to let go to Bayern Munich. Tosin. Cordova Reed. Broja and the like there. So for that, really, I think they've gone down to 6 because they've let a lot go. Polinia is going to be a big miss for them. So maybe actually they'll only get. I'm going to knock it down to 5. I'll give them a 5 because they got Smith-Rowe. But other than that, that's poor. They've let too many big players go, as far as I'm concerned. Ipswich, now they've done really well in the transfer window here. New team come up, of course, got promotion. And I rate them. I like Ipswich. You know, another lower team, sort of underdogs like ourselves. I think they've done really well here. Arijanet Muric from Burnley, decent keeper, I think. Really good keeper. Undisclosed. Good, decent buy that. Amari Hutchinson, Chelsea, 18 million. Pretty good. Liam Delap, Man City, undisclosed. Another decent player, not bad. Jacob Greaves, Hull City, undisclosed. Yeah, not bad. Dara McCann, Glentoran, undisclosed. Connor Townsend, West Brom, undisclosed. Ben Johnson, West Ham. I think he's a decent defender, Ben Johnson. Pretty decent. Free. And Leon Elliott from Crystal Palace on a free. Yeah, some of them are good, decent buys, you know. Are pretty good. They're not bad. So I'll give them at least a 6, Ipswich, I think. Because I'm not sure that it will be enough if they want to stay up. I don't know. It gives them a better chance. I'll give them a 6 at least there. And Leicester, of course, have got obviously points deduction thing as well. But they brought in Abdul Fataru from Sporting, 17 million. Facundo Buonanotte, from Brighton on loan. Bobby D. Cordova-Reid from Fulham on a free. Michael Golding from Chelsea, 5 million. And Caleb Okoli from Atalanta, 12.6 million. Not bad players, some of them are decent. D. Cordova-Reid, Brewer Norte, not bad. But of course they got points deduction, which ain't helping. Will they need a bit more? That's not bad though. That's pretty good. Will that be good enough to keep Leicester up though? I'm going to give them a 6. That's decent. I'd like to see him stay up maybe, but definitely Ipswich I'd like to see stay up. But I don't know. We'll see. And Liverpool, of course, haven't brought anyone in. So for that reason, they for selling Carvalho to us, I'll give them at least a 2. They can get a 2 out of this because they've given us Carvalho. Well, not given us him, but sold him to us. So, yeah. And they've still got a nucleus of a great team, as we know. Still a great defence. Van Dijk and Alisson, goalkeeper, of course, and all the players up front, Salah, of course, and Jones, Elliott, Gakpo. I don't know about Nunes as such, but they still got great attackers, as we know. Great midfield, Jota, McAllister. They still got quality, and But as regards to the transfer window, which I'm basing this on, I can only get a 2 for selling Carvalho to us. That's all they're getting. And Man City have got Savinho, who played yesterday, of course, in that Community Shield on Troyes, 21.3 million, and Calvin Phillips, West Ham, end of line. And a lot of teams are after Phillips, apparently. Sorry, guys, I don't know what's going on there. What the hell's happened there? Oh, shit. Apologies, guys. I don't know why that went off. I'll try and get it back. Oh, shit. Hold on, guys. Oh, shit. I can't bring it back. Sorry, guys. I'll just hold on a minute. I'll just bring this back. Sorry, guys. I'll be there soon with this. I don't know why that went off. Apologies for that. It's coming back anyway. All right. There we go. Right, get back to where we were. And apologies, guys, for that. Where were we? Done all those. Chelsea. Yeah, done them. Palace. Everton. Done all them. Fulham. Ipswich. Leicester. Of course, Liverpool, I give them 2 for giving us Carvalho. Well, not giving him to us, but selling him to us. Man City, that was it. Savinho, he played yesterday. Looked decent from Troyes. 21.3, Calvin Phillips, West Ham end of line. As I was saying, a lot of teams are after Calvin Phillips. I think I believe Ipswich are one of them. Wasn't great at West Ham though, was he? He got sent off a lot and was really poor for West Ham. So, you know, I'm surprised teams are after him, to be honest. But, I mean, he can get back to what he was. I mean, he obviously played for England a lot, as we know, one of Southgate's favourites. So, but yeah, I haven't done a great deal City, but I still think they're going to win the Premier. I think they could still add to this. They would still add more before the end of the transfer window. But for the time being, I can only give them maybe a 3, 4. I'll give them a 4. I know that I can obviously put these ratings up at the end of the transfer window. Obviously, I'll put these up, you know, regarding and seeing what happens, and you know, by the end of the transfer window, I can mark them, confirm the ratings then. Man United in Lenny Yoro got injured, which is a shame. 52 mil from Lille there. He was supposed to be a very good player. Shame he's got injured. Joshua Zirkzee, Bologna, 36 million. He's supposed to be good as well. Silva, Mexis from Ipswich on a free. And James Overy, Perth Glory on a free. And apparently, of course, De Ligt is coming in. So they're getting another one there. That'd be the 5th signing. So, not too bad, you know. I'll probably give them a 7. I don't know if you're still there, Rich. If you want to mark them, if you're still in here in the live chat. Man United fan, of course. If you want to mark it, I'm giving them a 7 rating for that. And I'm sure they could get more in. And if they do, I'll obviously change my rating. Newcastle, look at that. They brought in Lewis Hall, Chelsea, 28 million. William Osula from Sheffield United, 15 million. Lloyd Kelly, Bournemouth, 3. Miodrag Pivas from Jensvoe, undisclosed. Odysseus Vlasodimus from Nottingham Forest, undisclosed. Miodrag Pivas twice. Huh? Oh, right, that's his actual price. FK Jedinstvo, 800,000. So that's the actual price. That's not undisclosed. And John Ruddy, Birmingham on a free. Some of them are decent from Newcastle. I'd say Lewis Hall maybe. Lloyd Kelly, of course. Quality. Don't know much about a lot of the others. John Ruddy, we know him from Birmingham on the free. He's been around a while. Still a decent keeper, but I'd give that only about a 4. I don't think it's that special, that window for them. Of course, I can change that depending on what happens. Nottingham Forest in there, Marco Stamenic from Red Star Belgrade, 4.6 million. Jota Silva, Vittoria undisclosed. Eric De Silva, Morier from St. Pauli, 1.25 million. Elliot Anderson, Newcastle, 35 million. Carlos Miguel, Corinthians, undisclosed. Nikola Milenkovic, Fiorentina, 12 million. And Jota Silva was already on there. Vittoria de Guimaraes, undisclosed. But yeah, that ain't a bad transfer window. Would it be enough to keep Nottingham Forest up? I'm not totally sure this time. But, you know, for that, it's a decent window. I'll give them a 7. Give them a 7. Southampton, look at all these players they brought in. Taylor, Harwood, Bellis, Man City, 20 million. Flynn Downs, West Ham, 18 million. Ben, Berriton, Diaz, Villarreal, 7 million. Ronnie Edwards, Peterborough, 3 million. Kuryu, Matsuki, FC Tokyo, undisclosed. Sent on loan to Kostepe. Goztepe, Yukinara, Sugawara, AZ Alkmaar undisclosed, Nathan Wood, Swansea undisclosed, Adam Lallana, Brighton on a free, Charlie Taylor, Burnley on a free, Brooke Myers, Charlton on a free, Rento Takaoka, Nisho Gakuen, High School free, Wellington and Juan Sao Paulo pre-contracts to join in January 2025. Well, they made a lot of signings, Southampton. You've got to give them that. But are all of them that great? Well, Taylor Harwood Bellis from Man City's got to be good. Coming from Man City, 20 million. Flynn Downs ain't bad from West Ham, I guess, 18 million. And Diaz, well, if he gets scoring like he did for Blackburn, not so much when he came to Sheffield United and so forth. Although he did get a few goals there. Could be a good one. Ronnie Edwards, don't know. Of course, Lallana is quality still for his age and on a free. What a bargain. And Charlie Taylor is good from Burnley on a free. So, I'd actually give them... I'll give them a 7. Some of them aren't quite top quality signings, but some of them they made there, I'll give them a 7. Spurs, well, what a signing, Dominic Solanke. It's debatable whether he was worth 65 million. I don't think he was. I would have probably said at least maybe 45. Yeah, about 40, 45. But, he's going to get goals, and that's what Spurs need. They need a striker now. No more Harry Kane or anything. So, yeah, I think that's a great move. I think that's, that alone gets them up to probably, I would say, 8 or 9. Any more comments? No, still no more. Archie Gray, quality signing. We nearly had him at the Bees. The medical went wrong, something there, so we didn't get him. 35 million. Spurs got him. He looks good, promising. Timo Werner, well, I wouldn't say that he's that great. We know he's pretty poor. Finding Timo, we can say again, he's only on loan just as well. Wouldn't want to buy him. He's pretty shit, really. Lucas Bergvall to your garden, 8.5. Yang Min Hyuk from Gangwon FC, undisclosed. Sergio Reguilon, of course, went back there from Brentford from us on loan, end of loan. Don't think he was, at times he was okay for us, looked decent, but of course got sent off, as we know. So maybe not so good. George Feeney, Glentoran, undisclosed. And as I say, for Solanke alone, I would put them up to probably 9, 8 or 9. I'd go 8. They needed a quality striker, and Solanke is not £65 million worth, but still quality. Archie Gray's decent. Werner, not really. Reguilon is okay. Not sure about many of the others. They let Højbjerg go, of course, and Hill I thought was decent. Good job he got rid of Dyer. He was poor, pathetic, useless. Perisic is quality. I'm surprised they let him go, but he's gone on a free. Yeah, I'll give him an 8. Definitely give him an 8 there. Spurs. West Ham. Now they're doing business. They are really moving, West Ham. And if Tony, if you're around, mate, if you can come on now, you're welcome to. As I'm still on here. I wasn't going to be on here this long, but still talking about the transfers. The link's in here. If you're around, Tony, you're welcome, mate, to come on. West Ham fan. I'd like to get your opinion on them. I'll see if you're available, mate. And then just to talk about this before I go, a few of the others. And Sorry, guys, I'm just. Sorry, guys, won't be long. Be back soon. Yeah, apologies for that, guys. But I was just seeing if Tony was available, but he probably isn't. He's a West Ham fan, of course. So it would have been good to have him on here, talk about this. But anyway, I'll just go through it myself. Yeah, seems a good window so far. Max Kilman, Wolves, 40 million, deep, very good defender. This Jean-Claire Todibo looks quality as well. Nice loan with option to buy for 34 million. Nicholas Füllkrug, Borussia Dortmund, 27 million, play for Germany, of course. In the Euros, looks really good. Good striker, big guy. I need a good striker there, the West Ham. And he looks very good. He's promising German international. Crescencio Somerville looks good from Leeds, quality at times last season, 25 million. Louis Guilherme on Palmeiras, undisclosed. Guido Rodriguez, Real Betis, 3. And Wes Froderingham, Sheffield United, 3. I think this is a great window. I'm impressed with this from West Ham. They're really moving. They are serious this season. I know it's Lopetegui manager, but I still think this is a great window. I'm going to give them a 9, you know. A 9. Not quite 10, but definitely a 9. And if they do get a few more, it could well be a 10. But that's brilliant for West Ham. Great so far. Yeah, so Wolves now in Pedro Lima from Sport Recife, 8.5 million. Jorgen Strand Larsen, Celta Vigo, loan. Rodrigo Gomez from Braga, undisclosed, and Tommy Doyle, Man City, for 4.3 million. Nothing special when they let Neto go, one of their big players, and Kilman. I can't give them a massive score here. I'll give them a 3 for that. Nothing great. A 3, definitely. And that's it. Yeah, pretty sure that's it. Yep. And so I'll just wait to see if Tony does come on. If he makes it on before I go. If not, then that'll be it, guys. So, but yeah, it's been a great stream. Thanks to Harry that was in here earlier. Shame he couldn't stay on. He poor Wi-Fi going wrong there. So shame he couldn't stay on, but he's got a great channel. Go and check his channel out. Harry Minton, of course, his name, Honey Gun, is his channel name. So go and check that out, guys. You know, a brilliant channel. So go and check that out. As I say, thanks to people that have been in the live chat. Of course, Harry was, of course, Rich, True Gooner, and that was it basically. But thanks to all the people that have been there in the live chat. I think I will call that it now, guys. I'm gonna bounce. I wasn't gonna go on this long. It's over an hour now. So yeah, I will bounce. It doesn't look like Tony's gonna make it on. So I will go now. And thanks to everyone that's been watching and you know, live or on the playback, whatever. And obviously, as I say, keep following me on there, Mr. B for Life 182, Mr. B Hive Football Chat, and Mr. B Talks England Cricket. So, as I say, I've got a stream coming out on there on the cricket one on Thursday. Watch out for that. To do with Graham Thorpe, the sad suicide he committed, unfortunately. And it's to do with mental health and everything, of course, which he had problems there. We're going to go into all that on Thursday. And obviously more content for this, for the football channel and the cricket. But obviously with this, I'm going to be on other streams as well. I'm going on the stream on Wednesday, prediction one from Oris one for his group chat predictions. And then the proper Premier predictions on Thursday. Also, obviously, I've got other stuff coming out. There's going to be a streamer coming out about confirmation of those signings we're doing, Carvalho and Cayusta, and any more that happen between now and then. I will do a stream. But as I say, thanks once again, guys. And this is longer than I was going to go, but brilliant. Hopefully I'll have some more guests next time. Better than just that. Well, it's great. I was grateful to Harry to coming on, but obviously he couldn't stay on here because of his Wi-Fi. But anyway, well, hopefully I'll have more next time, more guests. And thanks for watching yet again and supporting me and my channel. Thanks everyone. I'm going now. I'm gonna bounce. So goodbye everyone. Goodbye.